Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Bubs. Your phone's ringing, Cokes.
If it goes dark, because I have to do it on my phone, it's because I'm sharing it. So anytime my screen goes, it's just going to be me sharing
All right, cool.
because it's
How you
the
been?
app. It worked good. It's busy today, man. Busy today. I feel like my foot hasn't touched the ground, and I'm back at it tomorrow early in the office,
Right.
in the old people home one, because I'm covering someone on holiday.
But why have you got to be there? Because that's not your job role, is it?
No,
So
it's none of
sometimes I
us.
feel a little bit confused. I feel like I know what a housing officer is. It's not covering.
Yeah. So she's the scheme manager, and we're the
Provider.
housing. Uh,
You're the housing provider, right?
yeah, we're the housing provider. So, but for this, so we've got like ones with managing agents, and then we've got our own. So with ones where they're actually Octavia, they're ours. So the
Right.
ones that are ours, usually there's staff there and blah blah blah, and if one's off, they'll cover. But at this particular one, it's a small one in Pimlico, and it's just the scheme manager. She runs the whole thing.
Right.
So, like on a Friday, sometimes I go in and just kind of go around the building and look, like do housing stuff so she can get on with everything else. But when she's off, me, Mark, Amanda, and all that, we take it in turns to
Okay.
cover her. So Mark worked Monday there, Amanda's there yesterday, I'm there tomorrow. Someone else is there on Thursday and on Friday, and then next Wednesday I'm there again. And then she's back the following week. Yeah. So it's not too bad, but there was one time I covered her 2 weeks straight, and I thought I was gonna dead.
Why?
It's too much. It's too much. I don't know how we did that. Being hands on but hands off, and then going back to being hands on like that. I don't know how we did it. I don't know how we did that.
Someone give me an everyone comment on the live in the group, please. Oh, Gary's gonna be joining us. Oh, today, I think I saved about 8 lives.
What happened?
So we always talk about like what would you do if you saw someone about to get beat up by a gang of people.
You saw it.
And I've never been in that position. So it was about 8 or 9 black boys
Mm-hmm.
on one white boy. He was with about 4 white friends,
Mm-hmm.
and they all ran off and left him.
Yeah.
Pussy holes them. I said, listen to me, they are not your friends.
Mm.
Like, they're not your friends
At all.
Oh my god, they left you. I still can't believe it.
How old
But
was he?
I said to him, you want to make your 21st, don't you? And he didn't say I'm 21. So he's younger. I think they're about 18, 19. Around that age range, there was about 9 black boys, all balaclavaed up. And I don't know what happened, but he was walking backwards and he had like a Hennessy bottle. So he was a little bit like, there must have been drinking, just sitting around in the park drinking. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But he had this Hennessy bottle and he had it up and he's walking backwards and they're all just encroaching on him. So then I saw some people like, let me just get out of here. Some people ran off. Some people got their phones out as they do. And I was like, is anyone calling someone calling the police? Because when they put out the phones, I was like, oh, here we go. They're going to call the police. This is Islington. Because I was like, what's that? And police stations around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And
No,
it's not going to end well for you black youths. There's no way on earth you can kill a white youth out here and you think it's going to end well for you. It's not. Oh, God, it's not going to end well. So when I saw there was men hanging about, but they were scared. People like adults are scared of the youth now. We're scared of them. It's fucking bizarre.
They're reckless.
Yeah. And but what I liked about the little white youth, I'm not gonna lie.
He did business.
Yo, He just stood his ground. He wasn't having a freaking bar. He wasn't having a bar. He held up the bottle. He was like, one of you strike, pussy old strike. And he had the bottle up, and they're all kind of just encroaching on him. And I was just like, nah, not today. Please, not today. Like, half of me, I'm not gonna lie, was like, what if they turn on you? One wanted to turn on me, and if they stab me up, then my mum's waiting for me at my flat to come home. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is why everyone kind of stands. No one wants to get involved. People shut off. People stood on the sidelines. I just went down the begging route. I was like, please, I beg. This is an elder begging you, lot. Go home. Go home. And he was like, no, he's disrespectful. And I was like, yeah, what do you think's going to happen? You don't really think you're going to murder a white you out here and get wet? It's not happening. Who do you think is going to go to jail for the rest of their life? Him or you? And there's 9 of you. So even if this white you decides to knock one of you in the head with the bottle, it's self-defense. He's getting away with that. There's 9 of you. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's no argument there for them.
He was saying, put down the bottle, like the black boy was saying to him, put down the bottle. And he was saying one-on-one. If you want to fight me, I'll fight you one-on-one and I'll batter the shit out of you. Yeah. But I'm not putting down the bottle with all of you surrounding me. You're mad. Yeah. But I think because he held his ground, they didn't strike. Because if you lot really wanted to strike, you would have.
Could have just got him quick.
Easy, quick. There was like a little scuffle, and I was like, no, not today. And then one was like, man, like, just get out of the way. And I was like, no, I'm not going to get out of the way. Go home. What do you think's going to happen to you? Go home.
I mean, don't make it a habit. But good. I've been in that kind of situation.
I haven't. I've always wondered what I would do.
And do you know what? I always think to myself, I can't watch it. I can't see something happen to someone. I think when I was in school and these kids, I was in year 7, and these kids were walking in front of me and they were grabbing this big boy, and they were just kicking him and beating him up. And it always disturbed me from that day. That was my first kind of time witnessing anything like that. Just all of them on there. And it stayed with me my whole, like, even now I can see it very vividly. Anytime I see something, and I felt powerless. I was year 7. I was thinking. Ever since then,
it's all right. Oh, it's all right. You got to do it. Sorry, Natalie.
No,
I said to Charles, give me an everyone comment on. So I was expecting her to say, "Join us, we're live now." She just put everyone.
No, because I did it on mine as well.
Okay. Like, she's so literal. Like, we're so similar. It's unbelievable.
Oh God.
We're both on the spectrum to Raskla.
No, that's funny.
Give me an everyone comment. That's what she did.
She's like, okay, everyone.
Yeah, sorry, Nat. Go on.
Yeah, so from them, I've intervened. Like, I've seen guys beat up their girlfriend. I saw this guy beating up his girlfriend in the plane seat on the way to Turkey, and I intervened. I always do, but I just think one day, in the plane seat in Turkey.
Why are you going to punch up your girl on holiday on the plane?
Doing this, and I could see, I just weren't sure. But when I was sure is when I saw them fighting for the phone. He was fighting for the phone, and then he was like hitting her. And then at one point, he was just punching her. I said, listen, stop that shit. You're pissing me off. Fucking stop it. Like, right. But that's all I could do. I was like, listen, don't be doing that shit, because I had the kids in the middle, and then I was like, stop. And people were looking and turned around. I thought he was Asian, but I think he was actually Turkish. Sometimes some of them look quite Asian. Big guy, this little beautiful, they look like socialites. Right. They had their 2 kids on the side, and you're doing that. She's on the end, in the end row, and I'm on the end row on the other side of them. So it's like this. So I'm here and she's here, then there's the row.
I see. And then he's
thinking,
right.
Am I seeing, is this guy, what is happening? You know, when you're not sure, but it just made me feel uneasy. Then I started to break into a sweat. Then when they started scuffling for the phone, and then I could see him just like punching, I was like, no, but I know. He stopped though. He stopped, he looked, and I was like, and I know though she got it when they got back.
Yeah.
So maybe I thought maybe I should have, but I can't take it. And you're doing that on the plane. I can't take it.
Yeah.
Very well put together. You can tell they've got money, like big money as well. Just the way they were dressed, the kids were dressed, their bags, the way she was kept as well.
Yeah.
And just knocking her out. And I've seen that a few times, and obviously that's a trigger for me as well. And I always say something, I can't help it. And people say, leave couples when they're fighting. I can't physically watch someone beat someone up. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But people say you should.
Sorry, they say you should.
Yeah, I've been told all the time to stop doing that, because sometimes I'm with people that are like, listen, that's your business. I'm here too. So
yeah.
if you want to stop that, I'm not here for it. Like, no conference, before you go and put us in.
I'm like, is that where we're at now? Is that we would stand up and watch someone get murdered? Or, I mean, obviously you don't want to put yourself at danger.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, but I don't know. Just to stand up and record it, I don't think it's enough. I think it's just crazy where we're at now. As I said, out of the 9 boys, there was only one that got, get out of the way. And I was like, no, go home. Like,
what did you say?
Nothing. I think nothing. I was just like, I'm not, please. I'm not trying to have an argument with you lot. I'm just saying, there's no way on earth you lot are going to beat up this white boy or kill this white boy and think it's going to end Dessa. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. Go home. And like I said, I liked the little white boy because he just didn't show no fear. He wasn't having a bar. But I said to him, your friends, find new friends,
What did he say?
He was like, no, they took the piss, but I appreciate you so much. Bless him. He was so sweet. He must have bare gal on him because he's just like a little road tongue, but a white boy, but just no fear. I liked him. I'm not going to lie. And I just like the way he stood up for himself. Because like 9 of them, he must like shit in your pants. But you know what I mean?
Mum was first had it in Mare Street years ago, and this little boy, he was so tiny. Poor boy waiting for my friend to come, and I'm like, I'm in the shop, and I'm like, old miss, what's going on there? Because I can see like them all just stand outside the shop. I want to look good now. They've cornered him, so they're all around him. So I was like, what's going on?
Oh, I hate that, man.
I said, hold on a minute. So it takes 4 of you on one little boy who's half the size of you.
Right.
Ready? Oh, but it's not from these ends. I said, what do you mean ends? I said, shut up.
Like, do you not own a street?
I'm like, seriously?
Nothing.
4 of you against one boy. Really? I said, no. Because, I said, no. No. I said, little boy, come with me, please. I said, sorry, I don't know your name, but come with me, please. Because I'm all right. I said, no. Just come with me until they go. I said, right, you got a phone? He goes, yeah. I said, right, call somebody to come and get you because I'm not leaving. He goes, I'm going to be fine. I said, no, it's not happening.
That's the same thing that the boy was saying to me today. I appreciate you. I'm saying to him, go home. He's like, I'm good, I'm good. No, go home. You don't just go home. I went to the shop. I came back. What was happening? Bare police cars crawling the area looking because someone on their phone said there's 9 black boys to 1 white boy. So of course they're gonna come out in their droves looking for these 9 black boys. Of course, go home.
Yeah.
Sure. Go to your house.
Stupid. Sorry, I'm just gonna share. I just realised I haven't. Ow!
Go to your house. But I don't know. I'm kind of proud of myself because it could have gone left for me. Do you know what I mean? It could have gone very left for me. But do you know what I mean? It's 9 lives. You kill this white boy, you're all gonna lose your lives in jail. Everything's done. You're finished. Yeah. Curtains and crypts for you. You know what I mean? Totally done. Go to your house.
Go to your yard.
And it's not to say that it's like when we used to fight back in the day, we'd have a good old fist up and everyone would go home, but it could end in death now.
Back in the day, just find a car park or
and tug it out.
That's it. Whoever wins is done. No,
you're gonna have a black eye or something gonna run, but you're not gonna die.
No.
But now fights can definitely end in death.
They don't fight with their hands. I think it's just it's cheating in my book.
Yeah,
because you haven't won, you've had to use a weapon. So
Sweet.
if you want to see who's really strong or who's badder, fight with that weapon.
that's what he was saying. The black boy was saying to him, "Put down the bottle." He was like, "Are you mad? I'm not putting down the bottle. There's 9 of you.
Right.
If you're gonna fight me 1-on-1, then let's fight. I'll put down the bottle.
Right.
But you think I'm putting down this bottle with all of you surrounding me like wolves? Get out of here! No, somebody's head is getting bust out here. One of you strike, I'm gonna bust someone's head out here." And I made him right. I made him 100% right. It's not even a colour thing. This is a life thing.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? So you lot go to your house and behave yourself. Yeah, little bullies.
What's
hate bullies.
Know what you're doing.
Know yourself.
Know yourself.
Know yourself. Know your idol. It's true. Go to your house. And then I went to the shop and I come back and the police were crawling the streets looking for them.
Stupid. The thing is, as well, I just feel like these boys really want to play at gangster, but one thing about real gangsters is they're so digital. They move in such a way. These boys will do everything and do a big song with like just basically snitching on themselves. They just don't move.
Yeah.
They move mad.
Their whole self, yeah.
The life that you're trying to be, you don't have it in you. Like, just do something else because you're not about that life. You see, the gangsters back in the day, they made millions. Those Italian gangsters and real gangsters and triads and all these proper thingy gangs, they make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, like proper money, and they move in a certain way, which is why they're still moving. All you lot do is die or end up in jail. That's it. Still no owning, no home, no owning nothing. You get nothing out of this. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. All right. So let me. I've got to do the Eventbrite page. You should do it, really. But anyhow.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I forcing you to do this? Do you want to do it?
No, do you know what? Do you know what was making me laugh? It was me waiting for the Eventbrite page when I could have done it.
I'll do it.
When the event page goes up, I'll put this out.
No, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah. No.
Talk about your birthday party, my love.
So we got another No Bravado games night and live debate coming up in the same space, March the 1st, 5 p.m. Hey, Gaza. We're also trying. Don't kill me. I'm hitting the 4th floor this year, guys, on the 14th of February. I'm hitting the 4th floor. So this will be a good chance for me to celebrate with all of you guys. Whilst we live debate, we have a games night, we drink, and just have a good old catch up. So yeah, look out for the Eventbrite page is coming. And join us on the 1st of March, 5 p.m. The doors will open at Space 4 on Fonthill Road. It's right next to the old shop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on top of the shop.
Yeah, on top of the shop. So make sure you join us. And look out for the tickets in the Eventbrite. We'll send that out this week.
Yeah, so it's what did you say? It's going to be £5?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's redeemable against your drinks.
Yeah, so that's your
first drink. It's free. Yeah. We just don't want people to register and then not turn up. We really want to be sure about the numbers.
Yeah.
So I suppose £5 they can try away if they don't want to turn up in it. But we've got to start putting out some of the live cuts from the last one. It was really good.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and then start encouraging people to just come because it was good. It was good to meet up and have good conversation and blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean?
Don't come without no gifts. Oh, I'm joking.
Did you ask Mike if he would be on the panel?
No, I need to ask him. And you know what? He messaged me today, so I'll ask him. Just remind me again for the 10th time because you know my head.
Okay.
You know my brain. Do you know what it is? Is I struggle to focus. So my thing's been on the archway. So I need to.
You can't multitask. You're like a dude.
Yeah, I am. I am. I'm proper like a dude.
For fuck's sake, like
It's bad. It's getting
multitask.
worse though. I feel like it's getting worse as I'm getting older.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So see you there,
hopefully.
guys, and don't say we don't want to hear it because we always hearing, oh, we want to link up, we want to do that when you're doing another game, it's like when we're doing another link up. Okay. So make sure you do that, because if you don't come, we're not doing another one. And we want to celebrate. It's going to be good vibes, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be good vibes.
We got our DJ Jigger in the house.
Jigger throwing it down.
You're a bad man DJ though, still.
Bad man.
Yeah. It's a bad man DJ.
You're mute.
I said, my daughter, my oldest daughter, come to my house over Christmas, and so it was me and her younger sister. And we were sitting there, and she's got some game to play, something game. So when we played it, the game is dead, but I went and bought it. I don't know. It's called Double. This is it.
Okay.
So basically, you've got a match. You've got you turn over this. It's bizarre, and like because I'm old and I can't see good, you've got to match like these. You put that down, and then you'll get another one, another card. Everyone's got like cards each, and you got to get rid of your cards. And you got that one, and then you got that one, and you got to say which ones are the same, what something on it. So and every single card they would have something exactly the same on it.
Okay.
Huh?
And
so
then what?
That one you got. So then you put it down, and then it's like a bit like Snap, but not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
well, I've got some games
like that. So I'm playing it, and then so for me, I'm like, because I can't see the things match, because they've got a bunch of cards that when everyone, I can't see it, it's not there, and they should turn it off and go, Dad, look, these two. Like I was proper like, I'm 3.5.
Is that why you said the game's dead, because you lost?
Yeah, they actually did. I went and bought it for my I bought it, so me, Lorraine, and her kids were playing it, and then she was the same as me. They're not the same, like, because we're old. It's a good little game, good little fun game. But I'm sure you've got lots of other games.
You can bring that. I've got some games. I've got some adult games. They're like card games.
Yeah.
And you got to. They're funny though, like bad choices and stuff like that. But I think those games, what we can do is we can, like, as a panel, before we kind of let everyone disperse, is we could probably let them. We can put it to the panel, read the cards out.
Okay.
Because they're funny. It's adult game. But
okay.
Hilarious bad choices with cards on it, and everyone kind of gives what they would do.
Oh, okay. That sounds
good. But the scenarios are ridiculous.
Okay.
So the answers are funny. Yeah.
Sounds good. I like that. We shall do that. All right. Moving on to the next.
Before you do that and go that, I'm just say, because I'm not coming late, and apologies for lateness, but a radio station called a guy called Selector C used to run a radio station. He used to run Climax Radio, for the people that don't have to remember it. So he's got a new radio station, and he said he wanted to know if you girls wanted to stream this live on the station on the nights.
Yeah.
So
see, Gary's just got the hook up boy all the time.
Plug.
Come on, Gary. Yeah, man.
Plug things.
He listened to one of the other shows and said, yeah, his precise words was, I can't remember. He sent me a WhatsApp earlier and said, yeah, basically, I want them.
We want the precise words.
I want them. Okay, just listen to an old one. Yes, I want them on board as soon as possible. I was like, all right, cool.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, man. So yeah, we're on that. We done our first TikTok yesterday.
Yeah. That go right.
It turned seedy as soon as I got in there. I started talking about sex. You can see me in my mind.
No, that's why I'm saying don't listen to Karita. She was being sarcastic because every time we do a live, it comes down to that in the end because of her. So we were joking about it. Yeah, we were thinking about. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm pearl clutching right now." Like she could play and be the innocent one. We were like, "Don't try it, bro."
Oh, they're too funny. Yeah, man. Let's talk about the streaming live. He knows we do it every other week, so I suppose.
Well, it'd be a conversation between you and him. We'll just work out the details, how you want to run it and stuff like that.
We've got many shows that he could just put in.
Yeah,
so we could do
previous shows. But what they could do, because I said obviously because they've got that they'll have a radio and have like either half an hour, something like that. And the show will carry on. So it would be something how would you want to run that?
Yeah.
And because you don't want to say, for example, for the people listening to the radio, we're gonna have a break, but everyone else said they're just gonna come off the radio station to you live, for example. So it could be how you lot work that out anyway. But yeah, I'm sure it's workable.
Okay.
It's workable.
Good evening, Miss Simpson. Love that you joined us again this week. I can't see who's watching. There's people watching, but I can't see who it is. Because they've changed everything as well. I don't like this setup. But anyway, question.
Who is Vivian?
Vivian talking about HIV and AIDS. I put the thing up and then I just took it down. It's coming spamming up people's lives. Like, annoying. It takes. This is real. Take it serious. Who will believe that herb can cure HIV and AIDS? Herbs can cure anything.
Herb?
Yeah, just coming and spamming up people's things.
Herb. But this is the thing that you everyone says it's about spamming up things, but people will put things out. When last year when we did UK Black Pride. So when I was doing UK Black Pride, that we was doing Mpox vaccinations. Some brother come from nowhere talking about you didn't do this at Pride in London. So this means that you're trying to kill black people because we didn't offer it there. I'm like, well, we're actually going out to come into our community to deliver it. No, you didn't offer it there, so that means you're trying to kill us all. And they didn't go for that, and that's why I'm like, you lot got some conspiracy together. And then he said to you're one of the devil. What's it called? Not devil, but he's basically like I'm working for the man them, and I would never take it. And I said, to be honest with you, I'm not at risk.
Yeah.
To take it, so then I don't need to take it. But if I was at risk, then I would consider taking it. No, it's this, that, and the other, and the virus does this, and this is the same. There's COVID, and I was like, so he was outside the bus, and I'm just making up madness, like things that just don't make no sense. And when you ask them, all they would come out and say to you, "You don't know the science." Right? Brother, but you don't know the science. I know the science. Are you a scientist? No, I'm some roadman. I got my hair cut on West Green Road. I could talk the talk because my barber told me something.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm one of them conspiracy theorists because I am. When the vaccination come out, I just had no idea how they come out with a vaccination so quickly. It's something they still don't understand. My mum's got long COVID and they still don't understand all of the symptoms now. So how did you come out with a vaccine for something you don't understand? Now people have been sick, they're paying compensation to some people, blah, 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 blah. So you don't know the science of it. I
don't do vaccinations. That's it. None. Not the kids, not me, not one, not none. That's it. And I don't even debate about it. I don't do it. People go, why? Because I don't.
Which is fair enough. But I mean, there was I had a conversation with a young lady one time about her daughter because it's the HPV vaccination. Mm-hmm. And she said she's not getting a daughter. And she was like, why does your face look like that? And I'm like, because I don't understand why you wouldn't get it.
Right.
She's like, but I said, well, to be honest with you, your daughter's going to have sex at some time in her life, and and once you've had sex, you're at risk of catching HPV, which can lead to cervical cancer. Like if I'm a boy, I don't really care. It's your business, yeah. But as a woman, so why would you want to put your daughter at that risk? But yeah, I'm saying to you, hold on. The studies have been gone now, and all the studies have gone through for years. It's been out for years now, and it reduces the risk of cervical cancer. And if you get the one with garden seal in it, it will stop the chance of getting genital warts. Like, I don't understand why you would want to put your child at that risk, but it's your choice. But it don't make no sense. So, and that's why they do it with. Why are they doing it for children when they're 14? I said because their thinking is when you're 14, most young people haven't had sex yet. So that's why you do it at 14. After when you start getting 50, 60, the risk kind of goes up of them having sex. So it don't make sense doing it after you've had sex. You do it before you've had sex. So
yeah,
I don't get it. So I think if you
didn't the kid end up in a wheelchair from taking that vaccination though?
Not that I know. But it's a bit like and it's the same thing I say to people about all vaccinations and all these horror stories about bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Me and you, right? I don't hear anybody saying to people, don't eat peanuts. But some people eat peanuts and will die. So
that feels very tough.
That's hardly the same thing, is it?
Allergy.
That's hardly the same thing.
It's principally it's the same thing. Because
it's not.
No, because you know if you've got an allergy. Like,
no, you don't know. No, you don't know if you've got an allergy.
More time you do.
No,
I know I've got a peanut allergy. I know that.
But how do you know you got a peanut allergy?
I don't know. I grew up knowing that.
Yeah, but because you ate at some point in your life you ate peanuts, or someone gave you a peanut, and then that's where the allergy. That's when they tested you had the allergy. Yeah, but it's the same thing with vaccination. You may be allergic to a vaccination, but you don't know until you've taken the vaccination. So
but I think there's specific things in vaccinations as much as they can be helpful. They're also things that you're putting in your body that are not natural and that are not necessarily good for you.
The same thing, like eating a peanut for most people are decent. You take a peanut, some people could die. Throat swell up. Get stung by a bee.
That's because you're allergic to it.
Yeah, look, but that's the same thing.
If you eat a peanut and you're allergic to it, that's one thing. But if you put poison in your body and then you drop down dead, that's another. It's completely separate.
The same thing, because you're looking at it literally like what I'm saying to you. If you take an injection, and I don't die from the injection, and then you took this hemorrhage and reacted and someone passed away from it. It doesn't mean it means that person was allergic to the effect or the substance in the reaction. No, there was something that reacted differently with their body than my body.
The poison.
Yeah, right. And so peanuts are poison to some people.
No,
they're not poison to some people. So you can eat peanuts and be all right.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's got you guys are not you guys. Okay. They are specifically putting certain ingredients in there that wouldn't usually. That's if anything pharmaceutical though, that are not necessarily great for the human body in general. People that may have certain allergens to the peanuts, which is like a natural whatever it is. That's a natural thing. But these engineered things that you guys are putting in there, that's something else.
Okay. Like I said, people are allergic. They look very different.
Working for the man, Gary.
Look at you.
Working for the man. Oh dear. All right. So first topic, because I don't want to have you lot on here all night. We always say that we're not going to do a long thing, and then we end up doing a long thing. So let me.
I've got a stupid early start tomorrow.
Doesn't mean that it ain't good for me. And I'm saying this because my father, when I
how do I get it? I can't see the thing to make it go back.
You've got to start it again. Start again. It happens all the time. I don't get these things. You gotta let them talk.
There's usually like a little thing that you can.
Yeah, but no, on them TikTok and those things, the thing doesn't come up.
Okay.
Just stop, close it and start it again.
Okay. All right, let me try again.
I'm proper addicted to these things, you know.
What is it?
They're not. You shouldn't be eating them, Tobbe, but they've got cheesy and they've got chili in it. But it's wicked. It tastes so nice.
Is it? You're gonna put on weight.
I know, but I'm doing it already. Yeah, well, it is. That looking at me horrible.
No, I don't judge what people eat, boy. Me.
Used on me.
Can
and
you
I
hear
resent
it?
her for that, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I resent her for that, because she shouldn't be the person who decides what I feel based on how my father has a relationship with me. Sometimes a day might be just enough for me.
Sure.
You shouldn't be the person who tells me or tell my father what he's not going to do for me. If he can give me a day, let me get my day. If he can give me the weekend, let me get my weekend. Just because it doesn't suffice what you want for me doesn't mean that it ain't good for me.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because my father, when I got grown and I had this conversation, he's like, listen, son, I wanted to be in your life. What you mean?
I just couldn't do what your mama was putting me through.
But your mama play a lot of games, right? Emotional, goofy games where I have to meet certain criteria in order to see you.
And I ain't
doing that. I ain't no BAN. She not gonna tell me like she my probation officer or something. Like I gotta go through this. No, we not doing that.
Yeah.
If you think I gotta do all that, then you handle it. And she didn't handle it the right way.
City, go ahead. That's good.
Women use children as pawns to try to manipulate men to be and act how they want them to act.
That analogy my mother used on me, and I resent her for that, right? And the reason why I resent her for that, because she shouldn't be the person who decides what I feel.
Anyway, so we get the gist. So basically he's saying that I guess let me read the question. So it kind of came with, should a mother be able to set requirements on what the father has to meet in order to see the child? If so, who's the requirement enforcer for her? This is coming from our very own Ian Bowman. So what do you think about that? Do you think that, I don't have children, but I have been around a lot of friends and acquaintances that have children. And sometimes, in my mind, I think maybe this is why God didn't give me kids this year lifetime, because I'll just lock you off, you know. But I haven't got no time for the foolishness. If you tell my child 3 times that you're coming for it and you don't come, there won't be a 4th. I'm not doing that. But then listening to this, it's really put me to think, like, is that wrong? Like, is it my requirements, or do you just let the child see the father irregardless? Because the child needs to see the father irregardless of what you think. What do you think? What do you guys think that have got kids? Well, you ain't got kids.
I ain't got kids, but I totally agree where you're coming from, because how you need to look at it is that, okay, I get his point, and I say that's what goes from my mind as well. He has got a point. But on the flip side, who then has to deal with the child constantly having a disappointment of the dad not turning up when he's supposed to? And why should the child have to why should he have to just see the dad when it's okay for the dad to see him? Why? It shouldn't be the case. It's either you're going to be in the child life or you're not. There shouldn't be a case of, oh, well, yeah, I can come to him, but I can't come. No, let's have you've got him every weekend, or you've got him every other weekend, or you've got him during the week. Why should he settle? I'm not having my child settle for what little you can do for him or spend time with him. When you wanted to be with me, you were here. Now we're not together and we've got a child. It's little bit. I'm not having my child do little bit. But then you do, I suppose, maybe you do have to take the child feelings into consideration and maybe speak with the child to say, you know what, this is why I'm doing certain things, because I don't want you to feel like you have to settle As a parent, you should be there all the time. If he says he's going to have you every week, unless him sick or some
things can happen. That's what I was going to say. Shit can happen.
Then fine, but don't just be, oh well, I'm going away for the weekend, or I'm going to just stop you when something comes up. No, you're his child. So let us set boundaries and requirements, because that's what it is. I don't want you to see yourself. I don't want to see that disappointment on your face every time he says he's going to come and he don't come, and then you're settling for a half an hour there, a day here, a couple months later you're going to see him again. That's not consistent. It's not consistent.
And money as well. So do you think money plays a part in it? Because I think it does.
Money does play
if
a part
you
in
can't feed the picnic's belly, I don't understand what you're doing. All right, let's over to the people that have got kids. What do you lot think?
Go for it, girl.
You go for it. You got kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think let them see for themselves. Trust me, because kids are too quick to tell you that you didn't let them do this and you didn't let them see that and you didn't. Obviously, you're going to do it with boundaries. You're not going to let harm come to them or anything crazy. But I do think they don't stay young forever. It actually goes quite quickly. And you give enough space for the parent to do what they want to do. And the kids can see for themselves. There's no question. There's no thingy. This is what it is. This is what the kids, this is what dad does. This is what mum does. I don't even need to speak too tough. This is what it is. Obviously, you've got to draw a line somewhere if there comes to harm. But for me, I'm not going to force no one to do nothing. I'm not going to talk too much. But you are going to suffer as that parent, ultimately. I don't need to do all that. I don't need to play games with you and be fucking around with you, because you're going to suffer long term. This is a very short period of time, which is what a lot of parents don't understand. A lot of whichever parent is messing around, you ain't got long. When you fucked it, you fucked it. Like, there's nothing you can do. So it's like, let me give you your space to be your parent and work it out and navigate in a certain way. There's definitely going to be things that I don't agree with, but I'm not forcing no one to do nothing. I'm not getting into no baby mother, baby father drama. But there's certain things that can't run, and there's certain things that you will have to answer for.
Yeah.
And I won't be answering for you. You answer for it. It won't be me.
I guess because my mum took that approach. So my dad left when I was 4. He would call and ask all the time, what do you want? What do you want? Tell me what you want. And then I'd come in from school and I'd be like, did my parcel come from my dad? Did my letter come from my dad? And it used to break my heart every time that it didn't. He played a lot of games. And I remember my mum never trashed my dad, or she never stopped me from seeing him or anything. It was all him. So you're right. I was able to then get older and see things for what they were. But the only thing she did say to me is like, do I do everything for you? Like, do you go hungry? No. Everything you want, you get. Yeah. So when he asks you, do you want something? Just say no. Mummy's got me everything that I need. That's the only time, just to stop the disappointment and the heartbreak. So I guess that's why I'm coming from the stance of, you can't play about with young people or kids when they're growing up and promising them stuff or letting them down. That trauma, it forms and it plays out in your adulthood. So that's why I would probably be more staunch. Like, no, you're not going to do that. But you're right. My mum had that exact same approach. And going on to Mr. Perkins, good evening. Carl says, don't play games with your picnic. Any contact is valuable. Never get in the way of it, or it will come back to bite you. My ex-wife stopped me from seeing my children despite me winning contact orders in court. Now they're 23 and 26 and have serious mental health problems as a result of her games. So, yeah.
I get it. I don't think any contact is valuable, though. If you're breadcrumbing the kids, that's not valuable.
No.
I don't, but I get what he's saying, like doing what you can. But if you're not doing your best as a dad and you're just seeing them, not him, by the way, not you, Carl, I'm talking about in general. If there are any dads out there that are doing that and they're not because there are still some that do this. Sorry. There are some that do. Yeah. Then I don't think that contact is valuable. I think, like Tisha said, it can be damaging. Yeah, sometimes when you kind of breadcrumb the children, but I do think mums that take the dads to court to not see them just because of spite, for no real reason,
ludicrous.
but just because the relationship's broken down, and so you want to get back at the dad. I will never understand that. Get out your own arse. I don't understand why people do that. People that have a valid reason because of danger, it might be physical abuse, or just because there's a real danger there, is one thing. But when you're just fucking around and using the kids as pawns, I don't get it. I don't get what you get out.
Yeah, what you get out of that.
What you get out of that. Like, you're not thinking about the children at all. You need to go and heal.
I think you know what, I kind of see this from both sides and stuff. All right, so the thing that I don't understand when people do it, but I see why they do it, if that makes sense. If your child is saying to you, barling every couple of days, or every couple of dad ain't coming to see me, blah blah blah, I'm done with this stuff. You know, you're not seeing them. Because you know that whole every day or every other week, you're gonna come and get. 1 week get me, 1 week not, and it's like I'm getting, because at the end there, as the mother or the parent, the single parent, if you're every day or every other week, your child's barling to you about the other parent, I don't want to hear it. And as a Taurian person, I don't want to just leave me alone here. You know what? You're not seeing them. I'm not seeing her because I can't take the noise in my head. Yeah, I can't take the noise. I'm gonna go and live with my dad. I'm gonna live with my mum because I hear. What do you mean? I start getting from that perspective, but also get it from, I suppose, whenever we talk about this conversation, we take it from the worst case scenario where the woman or the man is stopping the person from seeing the child for some random reason that does, in your mind or in our mind, don't make sense. But the person's got a feeling inside that this person's done or disrespected them in some way where I can't have them seeing their child. I've never been in that situation with my two children's mums. Like, we've both kind of got reasonably well. We got on all right. So there's no kind of like, I'm gonna dash none of them at the window or nothing like that. So we're all good. We're good that way. But don't get me wrong, we've had disagreements about parenting styles or whatever, or time spent or time not spent, or every year you go away to so and so, but you haven't taken her away, and it's like, hold on, what I do is what I do, and what you do is what I do. I do what I need to do, or I could do above or below, and sometimes I probably fall below being a great dad, and sometimes I may go over being a great dad. You know what I mean? It's that whole thing. Same thing with parents. Some mothers will be brilliant 1 week, but then again, you have an off week. So it is what it is. I don't take the person's off week and try and use it against them. I think that's my
and things happen.
Yeah.
Don't think even, and I know people will say, especially from women, will say, we can't have off days because they're with us 24/7. So we
still have them.
Yeah, we still have them. But they don't admit to having them, but we don't have them like that because they're always with us. I would say that I do agree with the guy to a certain extent, where there's, as a parent, when a child is young, unable to make decisions, then you have to make the decisions for them. And sometimes you've got to make decisions that you may be seen at the time as being negative, but in the long run, they're going to be positive because you can see the future. But as I said before, but when they get to a certain age and when they can jump on the bus or train and by themselves and go to the other parent's house, then go. I do remember a story where someone's the dad said, "Yeah, come over." And when the child went over, the dad was in Paris with his
Oh
uncle.
no.
But
And you see, those kind of things would just
messed
send
up.
me, you know.
Yeah, that's like
the
gone
mum-
There is laughing.
Yeah.
because not because it's funny, but because but he genuinely, you know, and this is the problem, and I do it all the time. Not like go away and leave my child there, cover of the eye. I do it somewhere, you know, when you make a plan with someone, like it's in 3 weeks' time, because you think it's a long way away. Like, yeah. They're not thinking about what will go on, and next minute the person, no one reminds. I know you shouldn't be reminded, but no one says, "Oh yeah, don't forget I'm coming over on this weekend," because that conversation never happened. The person turned up and knocked on the door outside. When they phoned her, I'm in Paris. Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, you did say you was coming today, didn't you? That type of thing. But when he came back, he tried to make it up. Mum was vexed. I said, yeah, cool. But eventually kind of sorted it out and with the child. But stuff happens. So happens.
I get it, but just like Trish, I've been that person. I've been that child, and it's something that does stay with you into your adulthood, because you get a feeling of mistrust with men. Like it's the moment they don't do something, like, and my favorite was said, it is, yeah, whatever. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, unreliable.
Yeah, because I'm used to that. So at that point, it's like with my dad, it's like, oh, never there. And when I was diagnosed, so you haven't asked me if I'm okay. Well, what's the point? You didn't tell me in the first place. So just like, you know what? Do me a favor. What's that? Do it your best at doing. Leave me the fuck alone. Seriously, because I'm done. The constant, what I have, he's my blueprint for constant. The only thing he's consistent at is disappointment.
Yeah.
So I would rather you. My mum was very much like, she never disrespected him in front of me. Your dad is your dad. Blah 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 blah. But he has shown me that I'm only hurting myself emotionally, wanting something out of you that you quite clearly are showing me you cannot give it. So rather than me keep thinking, okay, you're going to turn up, just leave me alone. I will love you from afar. And there's not much love there anyway. So when it comes to kids, when I hear men talking about, even women, how they are with their child dad, and seeing that their child dad does so much for them and goes, no, we'll say go out of their way, but as a parent, it wants to be there physically and, you know, go for the highs and the lows. And they're in their child life doing everything they possibly can. And then you see
still moaning.
Like a dick, like act like a fool, like relax yourself.
Because they're making it
what you want.
It's making it about them, and it's about the relationship with them. So even men do it as well. Trust me. Men sometimes as well, they just move different with the kids because of their relationship with you. It's not about the kids then, is it? It's about the relationship between the two parents. And that's what I think successful co-parenting is, literally taking yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Take yourself, your emotions, and take yourself out of it. Take your own emotions and all your residuals, take it out of it and just say, all right, cool. So even if you have to talk to each other like receptionists, hello, yes, I will drop them, do that. Do what you've got to do. But take all the emotion and baggage from whatever happened. This one gets on my nerves. Every time I see his name.
Do you know what, Kelby? Natalie's not forgiven you from when you trolled us, 4 years ago?
So as soon as I see his name, I think, shut up, blood. So sorry, Kev. I'm not forgiving.
Not forgiving you for trolling us 4 years ago.
4 years ago, literally. You should have never. So I think if you take your own emotion out of it, even someone might have been a disgusting partner to you. They might have cheated like a mother. They might have done all these things. Let's take outside of physical abuse. Yeah, that's still not a reason to not let someone see their kid. Yeah. If they have a second kid on you, that's still not a reason to let someone not see their kid. That's you, between you two.
But in saying that, and to defend that, if you know that this is going to be detrimental to your child's mental health, then sometimes you kind of got to take things in. And I'm not saying it's right 90% of the time.
No, but I'm talking about men that are sometimes men are shit partners and really good friends.
Great fathers.
The same way that men can be shit partners and really good dads. Sometimes they're just shit partners. The same way I'm sure it is for women. You can be a really terrible wife or woman, but you're a good mum. I'm talking about the people that because of how the relationship ended and they was hard done by, whether that's cheating or whatever. Some people stop letting the dad see them. I've seen it because of that. I don't agree with. No matter how tumultuous the relationship was, you've got to take yourself out of it, and it's and just deal with it professionally. Like talk to each other like receptionists. Do what you need to do. Arrange your thing, because you're thinking about your own thing. That you're not actually thinking about the relationship the child had with their dad. It's not about us, because trust me, if that was the case, trust me. Do you know what I mean? You have to just leave.
I never met my dad when I was young, or not at all. And then my auntie told me the story what happened, and I had to laugh when I said, I had to laugh, because the story goes like I was like maybe 3 months old, and you
never met your dad at all.
Well, I have, but I don't remember.
Right.
Like 3 months old, and this is the story I was told by my auntie or someone. So my mum, my grandmother, dad's mum, asked if she could have me for the weekend. So they took me for the weekend, took me to Jamaica.
Your dad done that.
The dad's mum took me to Jamaica and then took me to New York for 7 months.
You're never taking my child again. Are you mad? For 6 months?
No, I'd die. No, genuinely, I couldn't cope. I would have gone to every country and followed them and brought my children back. Oh my gosh, I don't know how your mum coped. She must have been beside herself.
So they took me over. So auntie told me this is what I did. And then basically when they came back to England, like mum was friends with my dad's sisters or something. So when they came back, she found out they came back, and then she came back to the yard and said, "You'll never see him again," and took me, and that was it. And then my auntie, the thing that annoyed my mum most was they took me to Jamaica, but then they took me to New York, and I was 3 roads. I was 3 roads away from my mum's mum, and they never took me to see her.
Oh, dread.
So she was like, so I had a relationship that way with him, and with that side of my family at all. And everyone goes to me, "Oh, don't you miss it? Haven't you wanted to go and find out?" I was like, "It is what it is. It's done. It's done." But I was laughing because I was like, "Could you imagine? Like literally." Thank you for the details.
I don't know. What did your mum do for them 6 months?
Just work and done a ticket. She said that she knew she was going to come back, but it was just.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that was, but so
no, not. So they didn't tell her that they were going to take you out of the country.
No.
Nah,
that is ridiculous.
That's for 7 months. They just took you.
Everybody's going. When I get back, everyone's going. Everyone's going.
There's worries and problems.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's horrible.
No, that's all right for me. Thanks, love.
Yeah.
That's
so when it happened, so that's the story kind of, and I think my mum confirmed it. I've never actually spoken to her properly about it, but that was the story, and it was like oof. And then my mum said she went to the yard, she walked in. I don't know if she kicked off the door, but the door must have flown.
How did she know that they were back?
Because she knows the sister.
Oh.
She knew I was all right and stuff, and where back. So I was in Jamaica, I was there. And then she must have walked in the yard, picked me up in my little baby grow, and said, "Oh, he's got clothes, he's got this," and it was like, and
I don't want it. So they never tried to get in touch with you or nothing like that again?
I don't know. I don't know, because they said when I was really young, so I was about 3-4 months. I wouldn't have known what happened after that.
Postnatally as well, that must have been horrible for your mum.
I don't know. Like I said, so it was a big hoo-ha and stuff. Well, I'm assuming it was a big hoo-ha back then. But as I said,
I'm sorry, you can't take my child for 7 months without my consent to Jamaica. Like what?
Yeah, with that place. But yeah, so they disappeared. But so I'm saying, so when people say, oh, no, you two all let your child have thing. Now, personally, I can't knock my mum for not making. You know what? That shit ain't happened again. We're not even getting into that situation.
Because you might not bring it back for a year or at all.
Yeah. So we're not getting into
just left out of the country for 7 months. No. Yeah. Couldn't run.
No,
very weird.
Why knowing whether you're going to see your child or not? For why?
Carl says, in my view, any mother who prevents contact for no justifiable reason, the father being clear danger to the safety of the child, is a child abuser and should be locked up.
Damn.
Yeah, I suppose this is coming from personal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also, like you're saying that, but this is what I'm saying. Justifiable reason is justifiable reason to you.
Yeah. But when we say justifiable reason, it's usually safeguarding, isn't it? So
safeguarding.
No, but what I'm saying, you're saying, but what I feel, and this is what I'm saying, and children are really, and there's something in paper or in law. What I feel, and the person who has the child, say the full-time parent, when they kind of control the movements. So I could be like, okay, call my daughter's mum up. Can I pick her this weekend? No, I'm taking her so-and-so. Can I take her this week? I'm taking her so-and-so. We've got plans type thing. You could do that all the time. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. And you can make it really difficult for people to see people by just saying, I've got plans. We made plans already. You have to book in advance type thing. Because so it's not just, I don't let them see them, and turning up for Christmas or the birthday or every other birthday or something is not particularly cohesive. So, and we're taking it from perspective that, like, some people or some men or some women would be like, I'm just pretending I want to see my child, so because it's the thing to do. No father's going to go to their brethren. No, man, I ain't seen her for 6 months. It's better to say, no, the mum won't let me see her.
And it's new women that you're trying to chat to.
Yeah. You don't want to admit that you're just a waste.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're going in that thing where I'm, and so no one says, boy, the mum's justified for doing what she's doing. I can understand why she's being vexed or whatever. No, she's a mad woman. She ain't let me see my child.
Yeah. Because I've watched it from the flip side as well, but I have to choose my words carefully. But my brother, before he passed, was an excellent father, but wasn't given access at some points to his child, and it drove him nuts. And it was nothing to do with him not being a good dad. It was because the mum was being spiteful. She was angry at him. So I can see both points, but no, you're not taking my kid to Jamaica for 7 months without clearing it and seeing it again. You're mad.
So from a male's point of view, Gary, did that, not knowing who your dad is, did that affect you growing up as a man? Or the young child of into a man?
Do you know what the two questions people always ask me? Don't you want brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
And what's it like? I'm like, I didn't have brothers and sisters, so how would I know it? I don't want that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Did you get lonely? I know I did.
I know. I don't think I did, because I was always on the road. I was always out, hanging out. Don't forget, when you grew up in the 70s and the early 80s, you was on the road. You was not sitting at home.
But did you wonder what he was like?
And like, not really. I just get on. I just focus on what I've got to do, and then do what I've got to do. I don't really. I've never been like, oh no, I want to go and check out what the family is like, or what is that. I've never really been. Never been that. I've never been that. A bit like when people said to me about drinking alcohol, like, I've got to 21 without worrying about it. Why am I worrying about it now?
Yeah.
I just don't need it. And don't get me wrong. If him or any of his children come up to me and say, "Oh, by the way, you're my brother," blah blah, yeah, this, that, and the other, and gave me the whole story, a different version. I won't say I wouldn't be receptive to listen to what I go on, and I would be like, "Okay, your family, my brothers, sisters, whatever. I'll take it on board." I could come back like like Adam Carrington, come back to some family fortune or something. Be like, dynasty dies. There's some dynasty thing. But
I think Ellie's too young to remember Dynasty. Do you remember Dynasty?
I was like, okay, Adam, somebody.
Kev saying
that have to
they
work.
have to work away sometimes, or a night shift. That's totally different.
Working's
what
working.
we're talking about waste dads.
Working's working. If you're working, I've got a friend of mine whose husband worked in Saudi Arabia for like years when the kids were young.
Read this one.
Yeah. Yes, the lack of contact affected them badly, and my ex-wife's behavior was a sign that she is a narcissist, and any narcissist will harm their child and put their own feelings before their child's well-being.
Right.
You know, when people say people are narcissists,
yeah,
that really kind of, because it's like, and it's not you, Carl, it's in general. Like, a lot of people go, "Oh, he's president." Most people don't even know what the word means.
What does it mean?
I'm not even too sure myself. Like
I've always taken it to mean just like
selfish, whatever. But like,
they don't take accountability. Everything revolves around them.
Yeah,
you gaslight.
All of
but we all do that to a certain extent.
But I think there's levels. Some people, it's literally
their life.
Yeah.
Shit. So we're literally having our dinner on the show.
I had mine.
Open up.
So it goes.
T's Move said, looking back, my emotional security was difficult to balance at first when I left my child's mum. My balance was to remember that my mum went through after our dad left and chose not to do the things that would impact the children. Can we read that again? Looking back, my emotional security was difficult to balance at first when I left my child's mum. My balance was to remember that my mum went through what my mum went through after our dad left and chose to not do those things that would impact the child. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely that. Absolutely that. If you felt it, those who feel it know it. So you're not you shouldn't do the same thing that.
But some people just carry on the same circles again and again and again and again. So just trauma impacts trauma goes on. So some people learn from their trauma. Some people don't.
Some people don't. Yeah.
You can't. And like I said before, everyone has their reasons. I mean, I don't know what I have a good. I don't want to say good. I can't say all right, and I don't want to say good. I don't want to say excellent. I have a relationship with my children. Hopefully, it's good in their eyes. In my eyes, it's good, but hopefully in their eyes, it's good. So, like, my oldest will phone me every now and again.
What's happening?
Phone ask me. Phone ask me questions.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Will phone ask me questions about things, and don't forget, we haven't been with their parents, their mums when they were young, or whatever. But so the oldest one will phone me and say, "Oh, Dad, or I think the nicest thing she said to me this year or last year, and it made me feel, oh, that's quite nice. Was we were meant to go to. I said to her, I got some tickets to go to a football game, and she said, "Oh, she's got football that day, so she can't go." I said, cool, no worries. And then a week later, she said, "I thought about it. I'm like, got to spend some time with my pops going to a football game." And
I remember you said,
"Yeah,
you know what? Now I'm going to come with you." That was like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of nice."
Yeah.
So I suppose that's why I say, hopefully they both think it's positive and they like spending time or doing things with me and stuff. And it's really weird because they're quite like, unless I call them to do something to say like, "Oh, Like my daughter will spend all the time in her room not doing nothing, not hanging out. But if I say come and play a game with me, she runs downstairs, get the game, and we'll play it. But I've got to initiate that. Otherwise, she'll just sit in her room on her phone like WhatsApping or whatever. And if I say come and do this, go and get the Connect 4, go and get that. No, I ain't playing Connect 4 because you always beat me. And you don't let me win. I'm like, let me win. So it's those types of things. You know what I mean? So I suppose that's why I said it's good, in my opinion, it's good, but obviously it could always be better. I could always do better.
If you was in that position where one of the mother of your children said, right, you're not seeing it, and was playing the arse, what would be your next sort of move?
That's the thing. And I'm not proud to say it, but I'll probably be like, all right, and this, because I'm not going to be fighting with you. Literally, it's not worth the aggravation for me to fight with you. I know I should be fighting for my child and doing all that. I know what I should be doing in my mind, but for me to going out there to kind of just to be that mad person on the street outside your door banging on the doors, I'm not doing it.
Would you not go court or?
See, my issue with courts are the only people who make money out of courts is solicitors, and I'm not giving man 30 grand for someone to break a court order and then be vexed. Because court orders, like your friend Carl said, you can get a court order and the person still, the judge ain't you've got to they make it awkward. Like, so.
Yeah, but for me, even if you have a problem with your child mum and she's kind of funny, even if it's just a case of that, you know what time they go to school, just that child just turning around and they just see their dad for like a few minutes in the car there and just a little wave. That in itself, just not even just say nothing, but to show presence. And I think for me, that it says a lot. So if the child wanted to, years down the line or when they're able to, when they're older, come and be in contact with you, they'd be like, okay, yeah, I did see, he couldn't talk to me for whatever reason, but he turned up at a football game, he turned up at the school, there was no argument, he just sat there in the car, he waved to me, I got a few seconds and he went. So he's showing me that he wants to know me rather than not do nothing and then be like, hey, a lot of guys saying, oh well, boy,
but how would you know the football match?
No, but I'm saying I'm
Gary's such a logical thinker, so
no, but the thing you could even maybe like go to the school might know if they do outside activities or whatever. I'm just saying hypothetically.
How would you make an effort to show up?
How for me personally, I had someone say that to me, a group of people, and this guy was like, oh, it's just long, man. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna drop out this conversation because I'm gonna just go. It's gonna go straight to the left, and it doesn't need to be. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, you see how you was running down a woman for Fanny? You
can run down.
Use that same energy you got, to run down your child. Because why are you expecting the child who is always going to be a child, whether they're an adult or not? Why has a child you said, oh, well, you come look for me? Why? What's he coming to look for? If you're not doing anything, why would he come and knock on your door or see you out on the road and say, hi, I'm such and such, I'm your child? Why would he? If you're not even showing nothing, if you don't show that that your child is of importance to you, whether you will get in trouble or not, or just, as I said, just sit in the car and just waving, that could just make that child whole day think, okay, yeah, he is interested. Haven't spoken to you, but the fact that you are just doing that little thing means a hell of a lot. Use all that energy in. All right, you don't want to pay the courts and so forth, but you guys find, and even women find a lot of different ways to get to the person you want to get to. But when it's most important to do so for the sake of your child, you ain't got energy to do it. All you want to say is, oh, it's long. No, it's not long. Use the energy.
Yeah, as I said, I agree with you, but personally, I think if me and you are, I'm not. You're stopping me. I don't know if I would be that person. Be like, I just don't think I'm that. I'm not. It's not that type of person. I'm like, I'm not that person. It's hypothetical for me because at the end of the day, none of my children's mums have ever been like, you can't see or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Spend time with them. My oldest, I said, my oldest, I think I used to have it every single weekend.
Uh-huh.
And then the mum used to make me. How should I say? Make me. I had to go there on a Wednesday evening after I finished work. I would drive there, spend like 3 or 4 hours or whatever until she got bed, and then drive back to North London. Long. But that's what we're doing all the time and stuff. So then obviously situations change and things that move on and like that. But so I've always had a relationship with both of the girls and stuff. And yeah, we do. I try to do. I don't actually. I'm very thoughtful when it comes to taking them places, but I don't want to be the fun parent. So obviously with the older one, I was like the fun parent, and this one I don't want to be the fun parent because I know how that impacts. Kind of like you get to do all these fun things with daddy on the weekends, and then mummy's doing all the, and it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm very conscious about I want to do fun things with her, but I don't want it to be just like
that.
Just the fun parent. So I'm probably a bit harder on her than I probably need to be. But because I don't want it to be just like, oh yeah, I go with daddies and it's just I can leave food on the floor. Everyone will wash up for me. I can leave that. So I'll try to be a bit more kind of focused with her, just because I don't want to be like, oh, the only person who's giving you discipline is your mum, and it's the mum looks like they kind of. Yeah. So sometimes she'll go home and complain to her mum that, oh, dad was really this, and her mum will phone him up like, boy, what happened? And I'm like, well, I had to tell her it is what it is.
Yeah, my mum's in the background mumbling. That's what your dad used to try and do to me because my mum was a disciplinarian when he was here. So
I'm going to take her note and then she do something around. Wait till I get home. I'm going to tell your mum she did with you. That's wrong.
Yeah.
So mum's saying that I would do something and then he would say, wait till we get home. I'm going to tell your mum, which is wrong. So Carl says, I co-parent with the mother of my youngest. We split up 7 years ago and there's been no issues. Hence my youngest, who is 11, is the happiest child I've ever known. He loves having 2 homes and spending all of his school holidays with me. Okay. So yeah, I guess if you can co-parent, if both of the parents are on the same page, fine. If they don't, and one has an agenda or one's bitter, whatever the case may be, then it is
problem
going left. T Smooth said that's kidnapping. That's talking about what your grandma done. That can't take my kids 7 months not tell me you're taking it to Jamaica. I'm telling my mum what happened. Gary's dad's mum took Gary when he was 3 or 4 months and then just went out of the country and took him to Jamaica and New York for like seven months and didn't tell the mum that she was doing that.
That's wrong. Break your foot.
Mum said she was going to break. She would have broken the foot of the grandma.
Yeah, man.
Quite Natalie looks like she's going to sleep in a minute, so we'll wrap up.
I did.
No.
What's wrong? You got back or something?
Yeah, I need to get but I know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No, I'm due one. I've got big headache.
Put the back out, man. Put the back out.
No, such luck.
Carl is saying it's very rare for men to falsely claim the mother won't allow access.
That's not true.
It's not true. I'll be honest.
I know that. I know for a fact that's not true.
Yeah, I know a few. I know a lot of women who have done it. Don't get me wrong. I don't know them like that, but I know this. But I know a lot of men that have just said that, and it's not. Then it's turned out that it's not true.
You know, I know more about like from people I know, like people are not doing what they're meant to do, and so it's been to a stage where a girl was getting so much pushback from the dad that she was like, you know what, ban you, done. You know what I mean? So it's usually people that listen. Most people that I know who have children are like, please take the child because I want a couple of hours freedom, a couple of days for myself to do what I need to do. Most people know it. So for you to be like, most people don't want to spend 24 hours a day with their child constantly. Most people want a little break or a little kind of separation thing. So if you've got your dad and the dad's most dads are being responsible, then take the child for the weekend or take it for a week or whatever, but just be consistent.
Yeah, it's the consistency. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think that's it for the comments on that topic. Should we wrap up here, or do you want to do one more? It's 9:30.
We can do another thing. What's it going?
Well, Natalie looks like she's sleeping.
I don't know how I look like I'm sleeping. I'm not sleeping.
You just want to take off your glasses and go to your bed.
No, I'm just lying down.
You all right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll make this one quick. What did I choose? Just weird. Hang on. No, not that one. Can you see my screen?
No, not yet.
Okay. What's this one?
It's not a man. So if you can't cook, you're not a woman. So she got to be serving them hot plates up. You dig? Your boy ain't eating cereal. What's that?
If you can't fix things, you're not a man.
Well, let me help you real quick with the metaphor. For example, what I'm speaking on is rooted from biology. If you were to get pregnant, the child feeds from where? Your body. You are forced to be the provider of food and nutrient. That is ordained for you. So there's no question of a social construct. It is ordained. You have no option. Which is to say, if the baby's feeding from your body when it's within your body, then when it comes out, you're still ordained because it feeds from your very breast. So it will be extremely unfeminine to think that all of a sudden I'm gonna put your little formula and carry on and eat Taco Bell. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it shows the sickness in the society. To me, you're not even a woman if you can't cook. You're not a woman. You're a female, but you're not a woman. See, a woman.
So. No.
No, what an idiot! I can't. That just made me tired. What is he talking about? Right.
Producing the milk.
What are you talking about? All right. When the baby comes out, I'm giving every man in the house breast milk. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what's the correlation? So what has me giving breast milk got to do with me cooking?
Okay.
They give every man they're giving too much people mics.
You think, okay. So you think everyone should just please pass the mic?
Please. And he really said it like he had a point. He cleared his throat.
Yeah.
They put the music behind it. And then you had the idiot at the top saying he's saying the truth, guys.
But there's a lot of men that
yes,
cooking is important. If you can't cook,
that's fine.
Get out of here, mate.
But hold on. What's cooking? When people say cook, what do you mean by cook? Cook like what? Most people can cook.
Throw it down.
Most people can put some oven chips in the oven and whatever. You can cook it. It's not cooking, but yeah, it's cooking. Yeah, it's food on the plate. I mean, to cook a steak and chips ain't no difference between cooking chicken nuggets and chips. You cut the chips into in the oven, grill a steak. It's not an issue. It's not a major thing. What he's saying, cook like who? Your mum? Is that the whole thing you're talking about?
What's the standard?
Standard cooking.
I think
that part.
There's skills and different people thrive in different areas. Yeah. So some people might be able to whip up a meal for everyone, but it don't mean they're a good cook, but they're sick at other things.
Absolutely.
Just because you might lack in maybe cooking skills, it doesn't make you less of a woman. The same way you might not be able to screw in a light bulb, that don't make you less of a man, especially if you're good at other things. Like, I just think it's such a stupid thing to say, and I felt like he must have just done that after he passed the blunt. Because what are you talking about, bro?
Constance, I watch this guy on Fresh and Fit from time to time. Normally he talks sense, but on this occasion he's talking nonsense. This is 2025. Man need to learn to cook for himself. Agreed.
It's a basic life skill at this point. I don't think it's gender based.
Yeah.
What do you mean? And until you get married, you're going to starve then. Well, go on. It's like.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that a good friend of mine is saying, like, has said to me that it's important to him, like, it's important. He's not saying that he won't cook, because I will cook some of the days, but you better know how to cook. You better can cook. Take your hair for your pretty looks. Cook. Recipe book.
I don't get this whole thing. Cook pasta and meatballs. I don't like.
And that was my question to him. If you're a person that wants to have curry goat one day, oxtail the next, no one's got that kind of time. No one's doing that. Do you know what I mean? It has to be fresh food every day. It has to be, big food. Then come on, man. But if you would compromise, then
freezer.
Doesn't have to be that every day.
Yeah, exactly. I can cook, but sometimes I don't want to. We are working women as well. Like, no, it's not every minute. So you need to be able to have that basic life skill as well. You need to be able to put something, like, whip something up as well. I just think it's because then we can just go back for what men should be able to do and what women should be able to do. We'll be there all day.
The only thing I can cook good is rice.
That's the only thing I don't like
to go with the rice.
My rice is. I've dated people and been like, you know what? Yeah, I'm making food. Can you cook the rice? Like, literally, I'm like, you're there. No, can you cook the rice? Yeah.
Cool.
How can you come out like that? Like, that's how you cook it, innit? But I cook rice. Everything else, you're just lucky. You mean
rice?
Rice, and what's them again? And boiled chicken.
You do boiler chicken?
No. My friend, anemic chicken. It's white looking.
All right. So this is what Arno Bravado Massive had to say. Grace Mensa said, I totally agree. There's being born female and there's being born a woman. Same applies to being born a male and being born a man. A good man and a good woman at that. I have found some men and some women are not clean-hearted, minded, nor have a clean character, but they walk around presenting like good and nice until they show their true colours. So people, be very careful who you let into your space and embrace in your heart. Not everybody deserves your good self. Nothing to do with food.
About?
I think that may be related. Is that related to the first one or the last one? The first topic. Is this related?
No, this topic. This is your topic right here.
Oh, jeez.
Did we watch the same thing?
I love Uncle, Them just say what they're on their mind, innit? Using his example, is he saying that women who can't nurse their children aren't women because there are many who aren't physically capable of doing so following childbirth? So, yeah, your argument's redundant. Oh, what else? There's right. Real women understand. The rest just don't want to hear the truth. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Who?
That's what it must be. That's what it is. We just don't want to hear the truth. That's it.
But there's loads of replies. So Manny went back and forth with Dion here. Well, agreed. Dion, mid-just gun, tongue. I have no idea what George Williams is going on about half the time because I can't read your shit. I can't. When I can read it, it's funny, but most of the time I can't. What just speak English. Madness. Just a tongue. Just go on, tongue. not the same thing. How would you feel if you were fed a microwave meal every day of your life?
I think it was
Says
a
Manny.
tag. If you, I've maybe tagging somebody, I don't know.
Listen, so Manny asks Dion, it's not the same thing. How would you feel if you were fed a microwave meal every day of your life? You shouldn't have to be dependent on anybody to eat, though.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be bothered as long as I'm eating, says Dion.
The way I'm biting my tongue.
Dion, many things that Dion, every football team plays football. Every football team is a football team. We are a premiership and some are non-league. Some applies to people. Women who can cook are good.
You tourists?
Yeah,
Nurture.
I guess he's trying to say nurturous
Mm-hmm.
meal. Who can cook
Nutritional.
nutritional is what he's trying to say. Meal for 7. Why is she cooking for 7 from scratch? It's premiership, microwave, is non-league, but you're both beautiful, God's eyes and mine. That's all that matters. What shall we talk about next? Dion, I don't know. I have a friend who is happily married, mother of 2, who says she can't cook for toffee. Her husband enjoys it too and does all the cooking. In your eyes, should she be considered Sunday League? But in his eyes, she's Premier League. Your definition of how you view women who can't cook is personal to your expectations, not a blanket statement for all men. Some will see the value where you don't, and vice versa. It is what it is. And then he still comes back with an argument.
I can't even believe it.
She hears him because she's done. Right.
Yeah, good.
So premiership in his eyes, that's all that counts. I only need the first line. Reply. Yeah, go away.
Have a great Sunday. Peace. All right. And Anderson Dassey is saying that real women would understand the message. The rest just don't want to hear the truth. So basically, we're not women if we don't cook.
Yeah.
So then Loreen goes back and forth with him. Can I ask what you mean by that? I love when they start to like back your chat. What do you mean? Anderson. Okay, Dion jumped in here. So if she has every other skill that some man has decided indicates what makes a woman, but has failed to master a few meals, that somehow makes her less real.
Stupid.
It is stupid.
It's not stupid. Different opinion.
Yeah, go on.
It's
Stupid.
It's not about some man deciding anything for her at all. It's all about what she's called a woman in the first place. I'm not expecting a woman to know how to fix the roof. However, I'm certain that when anyone thinks about fixing the roof, they automatically think about a man fixing it. There's nothing wrong
Not
with
anymore.
Falling into its natural state. Nothing wrong at all. And this is what
I know I ain't fixing the roof. I take that for truth.
If you're stating that a woman who can't cook isn't a real woman, then that is something you've imposed on her. I don't know how many women who refer to themselves in those terms because they can't cook. No one imposed anything because that's being part of a woman.
Yeah. It's part of being human. How do men eat without women in their lives? It's true.
Talking about.
I guess you all know how to fix a tire and probably the roof too, do you? They are so sarcastic in this group. It's hilarious.
But the funny thing about it, right? If I married a, say, I don't know, a Japanese woman, right? And she made sushi every day, yeah? Or whatever. And then as a Jamaican man, I want curry goat and she can't cook curry goat. Doesn't mean she can't cook because she's used to making something different. She don't cook that type of food. It's an idiot statement, though, isn't it? I mean,
The idiot thing. It's very like caveman idiot. Sorry.
Caveman idiot. Is he mad, says Loreen Forrester, that he can't breastfeed? Doesn't matter who cooks. Circumstances may mean that the partner, no matter what the gender is, isn't in a position to cook. I have a girl and a boy. They can cook as can I and my partner. Relying on others sometimes isn't the thing. He's talking crap. Let him go through 9 months of having a baby in your stomach. For me, I loved it. But if you don't know, you don't know. Hope he's cooking dinner. So Dion replied, what's Dion say? I swear, they've just been making up any old ish now to justify their antiquated thinking. Biology decides whether you're a man or a woman, not your ability to fry chicken. The hell?
Right. Thank you.
So yeah, that's our show for today, guys.
Oh, I was to say to you, Trish, I think, did you post that thing about the thing I gave you?
Shit, I forgot.
Okay.
Music Monday. I'll do it. Remind me on Monday. Remind me. Remind me.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the game here with these two quickly before we run?
I'll do. Let me see. Let me get it up because I can't remember what the actual state thing was. So let me see it. Trisha. So had a conversation with a friend of mine about. Okay, let me get the whole thing up. I can't even see it on my phone. About R&B music. Okay. You know you got two. I think you got 2 numbers on your thing in it, Trish.
Yeah. It was from my Diva Choice number.
Oh, I can't remember which one it is. Oh, let me see. Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. All right.
Got it? Yeah, have you got your coat on?
Yeah. All right. So they started off this. I was having a conversation with a friend about the top 10 best R&B tracks of the 90s, and thought I would put my list together. So we had a big conversation about what's the best 10 R&B tracks of the 90s, and these are the rules. I thought her list was a bit dead, but Trisha said her list was all right.
I thought her list was all right.
Right. So the rules are, they've got to be the list. Rules are, each track has to be only one track from a singer or a group. So you can't have two Jodeci's, for example, or 2 whatever. Only one track from each singer or a group. They have to be straight R&B, so no rapping at the beginning or rapping in the middle. Just straight R&B. And it has to be produced and released in the 90s, not produced and released in 2001, whatever, and you think it's a 90s tune. It's got to be straight 90s. And they've got to be the 10 tracks that your favorite tracks that you remember. You can't be going on the internet looking up tunes. Oh, that tune's better than that tune. Yeah.
But Natalie was born 1985, so
you got 5 years, isn't it?
you know the 90s tracks.
I know some, yeah. Quite a few, because
All right, so what would be your top 10? What would be your top 10? My list was hard, I think.
Here we go. This is my friend's list, yeah. It was Changing Phases, Stroke You Up was number 1. Mary J. Blige, I've No Limit, number 2. Boys to Men, End of Road.
I wouldn't have chosen that.
Jodeci, Stay. Tyrese, Sweet Lady. Escape, Just Kick It.
That Sweet Lady went in the 90s.
Was.
No.
It was.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because he got discovered by and done the Coca-Cola ad, and then yeah.
Oh
90s. Blackstreet, Before I Let You Go. SWV, Week. H-Town, Hold Back the Rain, and New Edition, Can't Stand the Rain, were the last ones. That was her top 10.
What was your list? Did you send me your list?
So yeah, my list is hard.
Oh yeah, here's your list.
My list was amazing.
My list was better than your list, man.
No way. No way.
Does it have to be in order? Can we do
Yeah.
top 10?
Yeah, well, top 10, but I had it in order.
I can't do it in order.
Why
I'll
not?
just give you a list of 10. Because I don't, it's not that deep. It's not, there's not enough. You're lucky if I can pull out 10.
Again, Trish's one was number 1, Jodeci, Alone. Someone laugh, or that was background noise. Oh.
That's my mum's background noise. She's not laughing. No, because my list beats your list. You done it.
Shantae Moore, Love Taking Over.
I used to love that song.
Aaliyah, 1 in a Million. Usher, Nice and Slow. Brownstone, 5 Miles to
5 Miles to Empty.
There's Nothing Like This, Omar.
Omar has to be on the list.
Omar. She wasn't last night, Jessie Powell. I Wanna Know, Joe. Rude Boys. No, see, Trisha's edit a list because her list was R. Kelly was on her list.
Don't kill me.
What he's calling. Calling. Here I come, baby. To save you. You don't know bad man too. How you mean? Natalie's gone onto the internet. That's why.
No. I know the song.
But no, listen, Natalie, she put R. Kelly, but he's called it and took it out undercover, like trying to swap it out. And then Rude Boys, Written All Over Your Face, and SWE Rain.
Bad man list.
That's a better list.
Bad man list. And then
Yeah,
there was so much more
my list is number 1, Blackstreet, Let's Stay in Love.
That's mine. That's on mine. Sorry. That's on mine. That's on my list.
Number 2, Weak, SWV. Number 3, Mint Condition, Pretty Brown Eyes. Number 4, Josie, Come and Talk to Me. Number 5, Kevin Campbell, Can We Talk? Number 6, Joe, All the Things Your Man Won't Do. Number 7, Tony, Just Me and You. Number 8, H-Sound, They Like It Slow. Number 9, Jessie Powell, You. Number 10, Brownstone, Baby Love.
Whose list won?
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't lie. Gary's list beat my list.
Oh, sorry. Do you know why? Do you know where he got me? Blackstreet.
Because of one track.
And Kevin Campbell. And the
Well,
Kevin
Gary's
Campbell
a
one.
DJ anyway.
Because
So
I didn't think no one was going to say the Blackstreet one.
Oh,
I got my list.
Dead.
Come
I got my list. I got my list.
So
Yeah.
cold here, like.
But I can't remember. You have to help me out with some of the song names.
Also, the other rule was it has to be a tune. It has to be tunes that people know. It can't be through them one-away tunes that no one's ever heard of. So it's got to be like everyone. If you went to a party, you play it, and everyone will be like, tune. Go on.
Okay. Blackstreet, Let's Stay in Love, 100%. Is it High Five, Kissing Game?
Yeah, Kissing Game.
Yeah. And that I'll Be Sure tune. Dun, 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 dun,
All night, the night one. Yeah, night and day.
Night and Day.
Right.
I love that tune.
Okay, yeah. Is that
What About Us?
Yeah.
What About Us?
What About Us?
702? No, 702. That was.
702.
Oh.
Where the girls at? Or
where the girls? Yes. No, Total.
Total's not What About Us though. Can't you see or no one else?
Yes, it is.
Total's What About Us?
Oh, About Us. Yeah, What About Us? Yeah, What About Total?
Yeah, Total's What About Us.
No, so you can't use that. It's got rapping in it.
Oh, okay. En Vogue, Never Gonna Get It.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah.
Big tune. I knew she was going to say something about En Vogue.
Faith Evans, Caramel Kisses.
Oh, okay. I love that. Yeah.
How many have I done?
I think you've done about 5.
Is that it?
I'll be sure.
So I'll Be Sure. Kevin Campbell, Always.
That's 6.
I think that's just a cheap go-to now, anyway.
No, but that's
everybody just if you went, I don't feel every day.
This is gonna sound so good.
Cheap go-to.
Free tea. Free tea.
Free tea.
Yeah. Michael Jackson's nephews.
Okay.
Anything.
I think weren't there 2000?
No, because I was a child and I loved them. I was like a little girl. Genuine, Same Old G. I love that tune.
All right. Genuine, you know.
That was a big tune.
And Tony was big as well.
Who?
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Anything Aaliyah really at the time because I was a big fan. I can't remember the song name. I can't remember the
4-page letter.
No, it was a
More Than a Woman. There's
Try Again.
Try Again. The first thing that's brush yourself off and try again.
If I let this go. That one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't know the words.
Ain't that Morning Woman?
Oh, somebody.
Summers.
I've got to replace the rap one, ain't I?
Yeah.
The one with rap in it. Angie Stone, and it's I can't remember the
Angie Stone's 2000s because I went to draw for her and I couldn't.
Yeah. Depending which one you use, because some of us use the 90s.
Like
more than a woman.
Jeanne. What about Jeanne?
Jeanne.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
Okay,
she pulled it out right out of my head because I was about to say I could have put Jeanne. I played that album. Hey, Mr. DJ. That album was on the team. D'Angelo, Brown Sugar.
So Groove.
Brownstone.
Brownstone. I said Brownstone.
In the name of love. In the game of love.
In the name of love. Okay.
In the game of love. Yeah.
That game, but that's an album track, and a lot of people would know that tune.
No, everyone knows that tune because it was a soundtrack in a song as well. They used that song in an old movie in a black film back in the day as well.
Yeah, so that was the thing. So I think Tristan said she's gonna put it out next week, Monday. So
everyone can see what the crowd said. T Smooth is saying send him the list and he'll be the objective adjudicator. I'll send it to you after the show. I'll get Natalie to put hers down. Are you gonna do yours?
No, come on, you
can't think off the top of her head. She said so.
I just looked in my because all the 90s is in my. I've got an Apple playlist with all my favorite old songs. And I had to remember some of the names.
Let's stay in love.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Hard.
That album is the best album they did. That's
that album was wicked. That's got that tune with the drop top with the lollipop.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, is that the one with the where they say, "What about the girl in the sixth floor?"
Yeah.
I was playing that track, and my mum was like, "He's got bare excuses, doesn't he?" You remember that? Yeah. My mum's G anyway. She was like, "How's got so much excuses?" And then there was another time I was playing a 50 Cent track, and she came in and she was like, "Is that 50 Cent?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I can't wait until he gets killed on Power." And I was like, "What have I done to my mum? I just turned her into a funk. Can't wait until they murder until Ghost gets him on Power." I said, "Oh dear."
Oh, God.
Yeah, the thing I've said the best ones. So obviously there's so much tunes in the 90s, but
yeah,
like when you kind of think, I know people say like, "Oh, Tevin Campbell, can we talk?" But I could have put Always in My Heart. But if I'm talking about tunes that a thing, because of the commercial.
No, and the other one, Ralph Transvan. What song did he make on his album?
Sensitivity.
That one. I love that tune so much.
Sensitivity.
That's my number one. What am I talking
I don't like
about?
that.
That's my number one.
I don't like that, to be honest.
I knew En Vogue would make your list, and I knew, but Mary J. Blige didn't make my list.
Nah, she screams.
Which is interesting. Redman and Method Man should have definitely made my list, but that's not R&B, it's rap, isn't it? But yeah, John A should have made my list.
But I didn't put I love En Vogue. That's probably my favorite group of the 90s.
That's my favorite group.
But but I
not even of the 90s though, Gary. Like, who's really come in here like that? Destiny's Child were famous, but who really made banger after banger like En Vogue and had them harmonies? Yes.
Artists saying I'll Be Sure was 80s.
Yep, Night and Day was 80s. It was an 80s tune.
But I'm keeping it.
The race is still between me and Gary, but you lot said Gary beat my list, but he is a bad man DJ, so I don't feel too badly losing to him.
But
your list was hard. Don't get it twisted. Your list was hard. But if I had to pick,
my friend's list
all over your face. Remember that. You don't have to say your word. Best days ever.
Bear in mind, I'm not an R&B girl either at all.
I thought my friend's list was dead because from Tyree, Sweet Lady, I thought was dead. I thought Escape, Just Kicking It was dead on the list. On her list. And,
that was a big tune. I thought her list was all right. You're just.
I don't know. I just thought Escape and thing, and then I thought what other tune I didn't really rate. I didn't think Change of Faces should be number one. But I said I didn't put New Edition. I love New Edition. They had some bangers.
Yeah.
Jade as well. Jade,
Don't Walk Away.
Don't Walk Away.
I liked
a banger.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
You could have Adina Howard in there.
Adina Howard.
How did we not have? Oh my gosh!
That album, she had some bangers on that album, yeah.
Oh my gosh! I have to revise my list.
Adina Howard is a banger. But remember what I said to you, Tricia, it's the ones you think of in your mind that you go to before.
Oh my gosh! America, Adina Howard was 90s queen.
Yeah, she had bare tunes.
Oh
like
my
all
gosh!
Merry Go Round, all them.
Adina Howard.
Yeah, she had some big tunes in that album. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put it out next week. But as I said, my list won, so there's no issues.
I don't know.
It's too late. You already sold me out, so you can't say nothing now.
I don't know.
It's a one track.
I've got some vocalists on mine.
Yeah, hardly any groups.
All right.
T Smooth said, "Are there any groups?" Do you know
The
what?
groups now, I don't like them. I just don't. I don't. There's not one group that I listen to that's within the last 20 years that I can say there's a group over the last 20 years that I actually actively listen to. The odd Destiny's Child song might come on here and there, and the Writings on the Wall album. Outside that,
album is the baddest album ever.
Yeah, but you don't think about it, right? I mean, I was talking to someone about it recently. Them man, like Tej and that other guy, do the R&B slow jams are selling out Wembley Arena. Yeah, man, this DJs playing R&B tunes, selling out 8, 9, 10,000 people in Wembley Arena, singing young people singing R&B tunes from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our music was the best. Our era was the best. Our playing was the best. You know what I mean? Everything. We used to play out. We used to actually play outside, play water fights, play knockdown ginger, run outs, hide and seek, all these things. Our childhood was the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, music was the best.
I feel like my era was the last that childhood.
Yeah.
So we the last ones to have that. The knockdown ginger, the riding on your bikes, it was done.
Yeah. Now it's, you know what I mean, it's video games and it's
look a man in his eye, cut a man his head off on a bus or some madness like that when everyone gets up. It's madness.
I was telling the girls before you came on, I stopped a bunch of boys beating up a bunch of black boys beating up a white boy today. I've always wondered what I would do in that circumstance. Would I be the person that would just run off, or would I be brave enough to get involved? But I was just like, oh, not today, boys, not today. Go home.
What they say?
Only one got a little bit like, oh, get out the way, man, get out the way. And I was like, no, go home. Please. I begged them. I was humble because I didn't want them to stab me. But I was like, please, people have got their phones out. People are calling police. You lot think you're going to beat this little white boy and get away with it? You're going to jail tonight. Tonight. You know what you're doing.
You know, I don't mind if people get fight. I don't mind, and I may let it go on for a little bit. But from this injustice, like 6 against 1, I'm not having it.
You can't do that. 9 of you just on this boy like wolves. But what I did like about him, like as I said to the girls earlier, he did not back down. He showed no fear. He just stood his ground. He walked back when they were crouching on him. He walked back, but he had his bottle up. He was like, I will smash. He didn't say I will smash an N-word, but that's more or less what he was saying when he had the bottle up. Like, I'll smash you. So if I go down, you go down. So he didn't show no fear, but like no one needs to die today. Go home, kids. If you think about it, we didn't have to deal with any of that. No one. If you had a fight, you had a fight. We didn't have to worry about dying.
You knew what time it was really gonna
Enough people jig up people when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, some of your brothers' brethren, yeah, all them man there down on
the brothers.
them nutty bands to go the bands, yeah. People now all change their names. If I give you their original names, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay, this person, that person will change their names and become good. And some of them, listen, some of the boys that used to live around them thing, Holly Street, Plevna, all the back of what's that estate around the back across from you, the one with the cola, whatever it is, the red one with the snake. All the man used to live in that estate. Oh please. New edition. No. New edition.
Was 80s.
No, at the end to the 90s.
Okay.
a lot of their tunes were in the 90s.
All right, here's Carl has entered the chat now. All right, Carl. He says, mint condition, swinging, Jodeci, Forever My Lady, Blackstreet, Make You Wet, Johnny Gill, Loving the Elevator, Maxwell, Ascension, Mary J. Blige, Family Affairs, Cisco, Thong Song. That was a big tune, though.
It was a big song, but didn't it have rapping in it. Didn't he rap in part of it?
Yeah.
Straight R&B.
Okay, Thong Song. No, didn't he do a straight Thong Song and then they done a remix with Little Kim?
Yeah, he did.
He did do a straight Thong Song. Don't try it, Gary.
He's
just trying to eliminate people so his list could win.
Definitely
Poison.
Definitely had rap in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
definitely had a whole section of rap in it.
It did actually.
It did, it did.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, Remember the Time, Tony, Let's Get Down.
Wasn't oh yeah. I don't. Yeah, the last two. I'm not feeling. Sorry, Carl. Not feeling the last two.
All right, we're gonna send them to our adjudicator, T Smooth, and then we'll put it in the group, and then we'll get T Smooth to be the.
Well, you got to have the rest of everyone. Everyone can comment on their ones as well, so we just can see what lists are there.
Yeah.
Maybe we can the top 10 we can play at on the first. The top 10 we can
on
play
the 1st of March. Okay, yeah, that reminds me actually.
Play them on the 1st
Before
of
we
March.
go, let's just remind you guys that we're going to be doing a live podcast and games night for Natalie, who is turning 40 on the 14th of February. We've done a live show. We've done a live games night and show and debate. Guys, seriously?
Sorry.
We've done a live debate games show and had a little party a couple of years ago, and it was really nice. So we're going to do it again just to come together so that we can have a debate and a party, eat some cake, play some games, and listen to some good music. So 1st of March from 5, the doors open, and we'll be going all the way through. The debate will start at around 7, and then we'll have party and games from 8, maybe 8:30ish. I think will be more realistic, and then we will party, straight partying. So we would love to see you there. Look out the Eventbrite link.
I love the way you put down the live will start at 7 and finish at 8. Please, right?
We can't even do an hour on here, let alone. I reckon the live should start at 6 and finish at 8, maybe, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. So yeah,
With that cat in here.
with that said, before Natalie starts slaying the whole house, let's let's wrap up. But good evening to all of you. Thank you to all of you that joined. There's quite a few of you today. Rodney Mew, Carl, thank you for your contributions and for sharing your story with us. It means a lot. Let's have a look and see who else there is. T Smooth, Carl, Little Miss Simpson, Alicia Gordon. I can't see the rest now because I came off. Yeah, there was a few. There was a couple. Rodney Mew, a couple of you that was on here. So thank you for joining us and for your contributions. And we will see you again on this platform in the next 2 weeks. But you'll catch us if you're on TikTok. Follow No Bravado on TikTok. Follow NLPR on TikTok because she's been hosting some No Bravado shows. So we'll do like little No Bravado bites. Look at one topic on TikTok. So do follow us there. Follow DJ G Wiz on TikTok. Follow Shasha on TikTok. And we will be juggling both in between. So next week we'll be on TikTok on some random day. You just have to catch us.
Yeah.
And the following week after that, we'll be back here on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, and peace out. Good afternoon, peeps. Good evening. Good night.
Good night. Yeah. Good morning. You want to put good morning in there as well?
Well, I don't know if anyone's watching from like China or something or whatever, you know.
True.
Yeah, all right, ladies. Have a good evening.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.